मङ्गलदे च द्योर्विलसितं नृणां परं मङ्गलम् वक्त्रं मङ्गलकूचपादचलितम् अस्याखिलं मङ्गलम् सोऽयं मङ्गलमूर्तिरासु जगतो नित्यं क्रियान् मङ्गलम्। श्री स्वामिनारायणाय नमो नमः। श्री महाविष्णु पूर्णपुरुषोत्तमाय नमः। ओम श्री कृष्णाय नमः। ओम श्री रामचंद्र प्रभुने नमः। ओम श्री स्वामिनारायण नमः। ओम श्री लॉर्ड बुद्धाय नमः। ओम श्री ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेशाय नमः। ओम श्री मनु भगवान नमः। ओम श्री भगवान वेदव्यास नमः। ओम श्री आदि विष्णु आचार्याय नमः। ओम श्री निम्बारकाय नमः। ओम श्री माधवाचार्याय नमः। ओम श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु ने नमः। ओम श्री प्रभुपाद स्वामी ने नमः। ओम श्री वल्लभाचार्याय नमः। ओम श्री विठलनाथ जी ने नमः। ओम श्री रामानुजाचार्याय नमः। ओम श्री रामानंद स्वामी ने नमः। ओम श्री लॉर्ड स्वामीनारायणाय नमः। ओम श्री आदि आचार्य रघुजी जी महाराज ने नमः। ओम श्री आदि आचार्य अयोध्या प्रसाद जी महाराज ने नमः। ओम श्री गुणातीनाथ स्वामी ने नमः। ओम श्री 500 नंद संतों ने नमः। ओम श्री गोपालानंद स्वामी ने नमः। ओम श्री निष्कुलानंद स्वामी ने नमः। ओम नित्यानंद स्वामी ने नमः। ओम श्री सतानंद स्वामी ने नमः। ओम श्री ब्रह्मानंद स्वामी ने नमः। ओम श्री प्रेमानंद स्वामी ने नमः। ओम श्री मुक्तानंद स्वामी ने नमः। ओम श्री बालमुकुंदास स्वामी ने नमः। ओम श्री नारायण दास स्वामी ने नमः। ओम श्री धर्मस्वरूप दास स्वामी ने नमः। ओम श्री पुराणी गोपीनाथ दास जी ने नमः। ओम श्री शास्त्री जी महाराज धर्मजीव दास स्वामी ने नमः। ओम श्री पुराणी स्वामी प्रेम प्रकाश दास जी ने नमः। ओम श्री जोगी स्वामी हरि प्रकाश दास स्वामी ने नमः। ओम श्री निर्गुण दास स्वामी ने नमः। ओम श्री धीरण गुप्ता स्वामी ने नमः। ओम श्री कोठारी अर्जुन दास स्वामी ने नमः। ओम श्री देवकृष्ण दास स्वामी ने नमः। ओम श्री ज्ञान स्वरूप दास स्वामी ने नमः। ओम श्री लक्ष्मीनारायण दास स्वामी ने नमः। ओम श्री देव प्रसाद स्वामी ने नमः। ओम श्री नारायण प्रसाद स्वामी ने नमः। ओम श्री धर्मवल्लभ स्वामी ने नमः। ओम श्री पुष्पदास स्वामी ने नमः। ओम श्री कृष्ण स्वरूप दास स्वामी ने नमः। संत वल्लभ दास स्वामी ने नमः। ओम श्री नीलकंठ दास स्वामी ने नमः। ओम श्री हरि प्रसाद स्वामी ने नमः। ओम श्री हरिप्रियदास स्वामी ने नमः। ओम श्री सर्व एकांतिक संतों भक्तों ने नमः। त्रिभुवन भाई व्यास ने नमः। महेंद्र भाई सेवक ने नमः। अभिचंद भाई गांधी ने नमः। गोविंद भाई पटेल ने नमः। भानु भाई सोनी ने नमः। जबरदस्त भाई बारोट ने नमः। जादव भाई घीवाड़ा ने नमः। ओम श्री कुमार पद्मवंशी ने नमः। ओम श्री सर्व भक्तों माता पिता सर्वने नमो नमः। Today we are celebrating the Muktananda Swami's appearance day, and we will start with the Kirtanam. And today's presence is the Ananda Bhagat, Devendra Bhai, Gurukul, and Bharat. So we pray today on the Lord to give all the wisdom what Muktananda Swami had, so we can propagate that wisdom to our Satsang. So we'll start with the Kirtanam. Kirtanam will start with the Devendra Bhai Patel. Pratna.
Sahajananda Swami Maharaj ki jai. Prabhu tamavina maru kaun che tame jano cho Hari Hari.
Prabhu tamavina
મારું કોણ છે તમે જાણો છો હરી હરી પરિવારમાં તમે સાર છો સંસારના આધાર છો
પરિવારમાં તમે સાર છો સંસારના આધાર છો.
કે મારા પ્રાણ તણા તમે પ્રાણ છો તમે જાણો છો હરી હરી
મારા
પ્રાણ તણા તમે પ્રાણ છો તમે જાણો છો હરી હરી હે આલોકમાં તમે આપ છો જગતના પ્રતિપાળ છો તમે જાણો છો હરી હરી. હે મારી આસતણા તમે સૂર છો અતિ કુળથી તમો દૂર છો. મારી આસતણા તમે સૂર છો અતિ કુળથી તમો દૂર છો. મંજુ કેશાનંદ નાથ છો તમે જાણો છો હરી હરી. મંજુ કેશાનંદ નાથ છો તમે જાણો છો હરી હરી. સહજાનંદ સ્વામી મહારાજની જય.
કયા સંસારમાં મુખે કયા તે ન જાયજી. આદિ વ્યાધિને અંતર થકી હોળી પણ હોલાયજી. 366. ત્રિવધ તાપવા તપી રહ્યો સઘળો આ સંસારજી. કાયા માયાને કારણે વેદે વેદના અપારજી. દુઃખ છે અધિક આ સંસારમાં. કામ ક્રોધ મદ લોભની લાગી ઘેર ઘેર લાયજી. ધરતી ધન ને ત્રિયાતણો ઝઘડો ઘેર ઘેર થાયજી. દુઃખ છે અધિક આ સંસારમાં. વિના વિવેકે વઢી મરે કોળી બદલે ફૂટાયજી. મોહ મમતાને માર્ગે મૂડી ઘરની લૂંટાયજી. દુઃખ છે અધિક આ સંસારમાં. ચક્ર પાણીના ચરણ વિના નથી શાંતિ લગારજી. નારાયણ દાસનો નાથજી. સદા સુખનો ભંડારજી. દુઃખ છે અધિક આ સંસારમાં. Narayandas. Narayandas is one of the great devotee I was talking about when last time we had telling about the God came to the Chani village Chani, near to Baroda, and then that was the Harijan. He was the great devotee, I think.
The Harijan, yeah.
From the lower caste.
Yeah.
He becomes so great. So his kirtan are very great. He says, "Dukha se sansaram, adhika sansaram." There is too much unhappiness in this universe if you don't worship to God. You know, and adi vyadi ni antar thaki holy pala holai. Everywhere is quarrels on the name of the woman, land, and money. You know, and kam, krodh, mad, moh, all this. Material pleasure, angerness, love, means greediness, all this everywhere people are suffering from because they don't worship the God. Okay? It's the Rajkot Swaminarayan.
માણકીએ ચડ્યા રે મોહન
વિનંતી કરે દોડી દોડી
પ્રેમી ભક્ત વિનંતી કરે દોડી દોડી
લોહા ચુંબક તુલ્ય વૃત્તિ મૂર્તિમાં જોડી
લોહ ચુંબક તુલ્ય
વૃત્તિ મૂર્તિમાં જોડી નાતી જાતિ દરબારમાંથી ઘોડી માણકીએ ચડ્યા રે મોહન વન માળી
નથી જાતી
દરબારમાંથી ઘોડી
માણકીએ
ચડ્યા રે મોહન વન માળી આજ્ઞા આપો અમે જઈએ વ્રત પૂરી
આપો અમે જઈએ વ્રત પૂરી
જાઓ પ્રભુ રામ નવમી નથી દૂરી
જાઓ પ્રભુ રામ નવમી નથી દૂરી
સેવક દાસ પ્રેમાનંદ હજૂરી માણકીએ ચડ્યા રે મોહન વન માળી સેવક દાસ પ્રેમાનંદ હજૂરી માણકીએ ચડ્યા રે મોહન વન માળી સહજાનંદ સ્વામી મહારાજની જય.
Planning to go to the Vartal for the Ram Navami festival, and Laduba and Jiluba was thinking to do in the Gajra that celebration. So Maharaj was sitting on the Manki Gori, the horse, and Manki Gori cannot leave, cannot go, doesn't walk. Then Maharaj requesting to Laduba and Jiluba, please give us permit to go. And then Laduba and Jiluba has given the permit, and then go the monkey walk on toward the Vartal. So those devotees were so full of devotion. So Maharaj was bound to them. You know. So now Balodendra.
That's beautiful.
વાલા રમ જમ કરતા કાન મારે ઘેર આવો રે વાલા રમ જમ કરતા કાન મારે ઘેર આવો રે હે મારા પૂરા કરવા કોડ હસીને બોલાવો રે હે મારા
હસીને બોલાવો
રે મારે તમ સંગ લાગી પ્રીત શ્યામ સોહાગી રે મારે તમ સંગ લાગી પ્રીત શ્યામ સોહાગી રે હે મેં તો તમ સંગ રમવા કાજલ ત્યાગી રે મેં તો તમ સંગ રમવા કાજલ ત્યાગી રે હે વાલાય બડા આવો છો ગામેલીને શ્યામ દળ કમદારો રે
આવો છો ગામેલીને શ્યામ દળ કમદારો રે
મેં તો ફૂલડે સમારી સેજ શ્યામ સુધારો રે
તો ફૂલડે સમારી સેજ શ્યામ સુધારો રે
વાલા નૈણા તણું ફળ આજ મુજને આપો રે
વાલા નૈના તણું ફળ આજ મુજને આપો રે
હે મુક્તાનંદ કહે મહારાજ દુખડા કાપો રે
મુક્તાનંદ કહે મહારાજ દુખડા કાપો રે
સહજાનંદ સ્વામી મહારાજ
Oh God, come with the dancing with my home. I am enjoying. And Brahman Muktananda Swami is saying that I become the crazy, I become the galley, means become almost forgetting about this world and like dancing with you, Maharaj, something like that. So this is a great welcome to the Maharaj to the home. That's what consciousness in the heart, All right.
સર્વે સખી જીવન જોવાને ચાલો રે
સર્વે સખી જીવન જોવાને ચાલો રે
શેરડીયુમાં આવેલા ટકંતો લાલો રે
શેરડીયુમાં આવેલા ટકંતો લાલો રે
એની શોભા મુકે વર્ણાવી ન જાય રે એની શોભા
સર્વે સખી જીવન જોવાની. Like a woman said to their girlfriend, "Oh, let's go to see the Supreme. He's on the walking on the street with the Aswar. So he's on the horse, Rajeshwari Gora, that's a monkey Gora. So sitting on there, and Maharaj very happy. So you have never seen the like this decoration and attraction of the divine. That's what it is, more or less. સોનાના બોર ઝૂલે નંદ કિશોર પ્યારાને પારણે સોનાના બોર 124. સોનાના બોર ઝૂલે નંદ કિશોર પ્યારાને પારણે સોનાના બોર.
સોનાના બોર ઝૂલે નંદ કિશોર પ્યારાને પારણે સોનાના બોર.
હીરા માણેક બહુ જડિયા પારણીએ.
હીરા માણેક બહુ જડિયા પારણીએ.
કાજુ શોભે છે રૂડી મોતીડાની કોર પ્યારાને પારણે સોનાના બોર.
એ કાજુ શોભે છે રૂડી મોતીડાની કોર પ્યારાને પારણે સોનાના બોર.
કોઈક કાનાને નેડે સારે કાજળિયું.
એ કોઈક કાનાને નેણે સારે કાજળિયું.
કોઈક બનાવે રૂડી કસ્તુરીની કોર પ્યારાને પારણે સોનાના બોર.
એ કોઈક બનાવે રૂડી કસ્તુરીની કોર પ્યારાને પારણે સોનાના બોર.
હીરો ગાવે ને માતા હરીને ઝુલાવે.
હીરો ગાવે ને માતા હરીને ઝુલાવે.
હાથે ગ્રહી છે રૂડી હીરલાની દોર પ્યારાને પારણે સોનાના બોર.
એ માથે રહી છે રૂડી હીરલાની દોર પ્યારાને પારણે સોનાના બોર.
બ્રહ્માનંદ કહે મુખ રસિયા વાલ મનો.
બ્રહ્માનંદ કહે મુખ રસિયા વાલ મનો.
ગોપી જુએ છે જેમાં ચંદ્ર ચકોર પ્યારાને પારણે સોનાના બોર.
ગોપી જુએ છે જેમ ચંદ્ર ચકોર પ્યારાને પારણે સોનાના બોર.
So Maharaj no birth when he born, and then mother Bhakti Devi let her sleep and all this stuff and enjoying with Maharaj. That was the Brahman Swami has made this kirtan. And today's satsang is sponsored by our family because of the Radhika, Dr. Radhika, my daughter, our daughter. She born on this day, January 8, and she is studying in the Tucson, doing the fellowship in the GI. So may Lord give her birthday all the good wishes to get success and get successful in life, and may Lord give her good, prosperous life and healthy life and happy life. And for that, doom and Swaminarayan, 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 Swaminarayan,
Swaminarayan, Swaminarayan, Swaminarayan, Swaminarayan,
Swaminarayan, Swaminarayan, Swaminarayan, Swaminarayan, Swaminarayan, Swaminarayan, Swaminarayan.
Swaminarayan, 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 Swaminarayan.
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 Ramakrishna Hare Mukunda Murari. Ramakrishna Hare Mukunda Murari. Swaminarayan Hare, Swaminarayan Hare. Ramakrishna Hare Mukunda Murari. Ramakrishna Hare Mukunda Murari. Swaminarayan Hare, Swaminarayan Hare. Ramakrishna Hare Mukunda Murari. Ramakrishna Hare Mukunda Murari. Swaminarayan Hare, Swaminarayan Hare. સહજાનંદ સ્વામી મહારાજ આજનો થાળ રૂપલ બનાવ્યો છે પ્રેમથી ભગવાન માટે ભક્તો માટે. સો એન્જોય ધ થાળ આફ્ટર મહારાજ ડેડિકેશન. સહજાનંદ સ્વામી મહારાજની જય. વર્ણિવેશ રમણીય દર્શનમ મંદાચરુચિરાન્નાંબુજમ પૂજિतं સુરનરોત્તમેર્બુધા ધર્મનંદનમહં વિચિન્તે. શ્રી સ્વામિનારાયણાય નમો નમઃ. શ્રી હરિકૃષ્ણાય નમો નમઃ. શ્રી પ્રગટ પુરુષોત્તમાય નમો નમઃ. સ્વામિનારાયણ હરે, સ્વામિનારાયણ હરે. 1882 પોષવદી નવમીને દિવસ સ્વામી શ્રી સહજાનંદજી મહારાજ શ્રી વડતાલ મધ્યે લક્ષ્મીનારાયણ દેવના મંદિરે આગળ વિરાજમાન હતા. સર્વશ્રેષ્ઠ વસ્ત્ર ધારણ કર્યા હતા અને પોતાના મુખારવિંદની આગળ મુનિ તથા દેશ દેશના હરિભક્તોની સભા ભરાઈને બેઠી હતી. પછી વડોદરાના વાઘમોડિયા રામચંદ્રે શ્રીજી મહારાજને પ્રશ્ન પૂછ્યો છે, હે મહારાજ, જે કુપાત્ર જીવ જણાતો હોય અને તેને પણ સમાધિ થઈ જાય છે તેનું શું કારણ હશે? One of the devotee from the nearby Vadodara, Vaghmodia, Ramchandra, came to the Sriji Maharaj and asked the question, hey Maharaj, જે કુપાત્ર જીવ હોય તેને પણ સમાધિ થઈ જાય છે તેનું શું કારણ છે? We can understand that person who is divine, they can get samadhi, that's okay. But person is not qualified and then he becomes samadhi, getting trance. What is the reason? It was before there something like that too, remember? Yeah. And પછી શ્રીજી મહારાજ બોલ્યા છે, ધર્મશાસ્ત્રને વિશે જે વર્ણાશ્રમના ધર્મ કયા છે તે થકી જે બાહ્ય વર્તો હોય તેને સર્વે લોક એમ જાણે છે આ કુપાત્ર માણસ છે. અને તે કુપાત્રને ભગવાન કે ભગવાનના સંતો જો હૈયામાં ગુણ આવે તો તેને મોટું પુણ્ય થાય છે. There are some rules and regulations according to the varnashram. Varnashram means, according to your born, your qualities. The varnashram dharma is by qualities, is not by birth usually. But most of time goes birth, because the Brahmin will become the Brahmin most of time because learn from father. But it's not necessary. Sometimes you can see in the Sutras also the Brahmin too. Okay? So what qualification Maharaj has given, what Sri Krishna Bhagavan has given in Bhagavad Gita, there are 4 types of the Varna. The Brahmin, that means people who are live with the Brahman, like become self as a Brahman, and then worship the Parabrahma. Brahmin, okay? And by the caste, means caste is just like traditionally was going on in India, but it's not 100% necessary, but most of the time it was going like that. Now is everything changed. So Brahmin means people who live with a good life, people who are the education department, like preaching, the teaching, all those people, and that's called Brahmin. And they worship to the God, okay? And Kshatriya, warrior class, people who go to the war, and the fighter, you know. And Vaishya means people who are doing business and agriculture, like they are called Vaishya. These 3 people usually convert most of time according to business and all this stuff. And mostly the Sudras means people who are the born with the low qualities of the virtues. Okay, and that was because they have less intelligence, so they do serve to the society. You know, with their hand and legs, they are very strong, and they do that. And that Kalyan is same. The liberation is same for everyone. You know, even if it's Brahmin or Sudras. The salvation, once you worship the God, your salvation is reserved. But according to your intelligence, according to your virtues, you are belong to the some caste, some people. You know, caste is nothing like pacifically is hard and fast. It's like according to your virtue. Even this society in America or anywhere you go, there is 4 classes exist according to the Bhagavad Gita. Okay? And that is the according to virtue, so nothing else. So what Maharaj is saying is, so if you are Brahmin, you should act as a Brahmin. Right? If you are a Vaishya, you should act as a Vaishya when you start working like that. If you don't follow that, so sometimes they don't follow those things, but sometimes the person who take virtue of the good devotees or good sadhu, real sadhu, like Shastri Maharaj, Muktananda Swami, and if you take virtue of the great sadhu, like Yogi Swami, and then all the sin they did, they will be destroyed, even though they are not following their varnashram dharma, according to their whatever class they belong, they don't follow. So still, because of the virtue of taking the virtue of the sadhus or great person, they are all the sin destroyed. So if you don't follow the varnashram dharma, whatever you belong to, that give you sin sometimes, and that sin can give you suffering. But Maharaj is saying here that if people sometimes think like that person who follow the varnashram dharma, they are great. And people who don't follow, they are not great. Maharaj said no. Even the person following the varnashram dharma, and if he doesn't have a good virtue to the devotees or the great person, then they can fall down from there. So samadhi also become the people who are not following the varnashram dharma. People say that he is not good, but he is good because he has good virtue of the divine people. And that's why they could go to the trance, Maharaj said. So, when they get a virtue of the great sadhus, they get the great punya, merit. And that, whatever varnashram dharma they have not followed, that sin will be destroyed. So that is the importance of the great people. But you have to make sure they are sadhus. Okay? Whatever people who are on the Bhagava color, that not always is sadhu. Could be possible if they follow the rules and regulation. Right? અને ભગવાનના સાધુ તેનો જો દ્રોહ કરતો હોય તો તે સત્પુરુષના દ્રોહનું તેને પાપ લાગે છે. So ઘણી વખત people follow the varnashram dharma and everything they follow, but they don't follow the great sadhus, and that gives the sin bad, and that's why he'll be fall down from their salvation, and they don't get trance. So don't always hard and fast think like that person who follow the varnashram dharma, they're always good. 90% will be good, but 10% not. So if 10% will be not good, and if he has virtue of the great person, your whole sin destroyed. know, that's what Maharaj is saying. So, વર્ણાશ્રમના ધર્મ પાળતો હોય ત્યારે તેને સર્વલોક ધર્મવાળો જાણે, પણ ભગવાન અને ભગવાનના સાધુ તેનો જો દ્રોહ કરતો હોય તો તે સત્પુરુષના દ્રોહને એને પાપ લાગે છે અને વર્ણાશ્રમના ધર્મનું પાળ્યાનું જે પુણ્ય તેને બાળીને ભસ્મ કરી નાખે છે. Even though if following the Varnashram dharma and if you take the non-virtue, not good virtue of the sadhus, great people, then their all punya, merit can destroy it. અને માટે સત્પુરુષનો દ્રોહ ન કરનારો તે પંચ મહાપાપ ન કરનારો તેથી પણ વધુ મહાપાપી છે. પંચ મહાપાપ, 5 types of great sin. Person who doesn't follow the sadhu or great person, they are greater sinner than the panch mahapap. 5 great sin. Those are, what are those? So brahmatya, person who follow the Brahman life and follow the Parabrahm, like a Brahmin. If you kill them, it's vajralepo bhavishyati. You cannot be come out from there. Okay? Bijo Panch Mahapap, right? Panch Mahapap, Brahmatya, and Madhyama, person who is drinking the alcohol and all those people. That's also Mahapap. And Surna Chori, stealing of the gold and wealth. That also third one, that one. Fourth one is Guru's plea. If you follow the enjoyment with the Guru's wife, that is also great sin. You cannot destroy that. And this is fourth. And fifth one is who helped those fourth sin is a fifth Mahapap. You should not help to them. Somebody drinking, okay, drink, take it. Not good. Okay. So we should not help on that either. So this Panch Mahapap is never destroyed. And if you want to come out from there, what you should do? Follow the great sadhu. Okay. And if you follow that great sadhu, then whatever Panch Mahapap we did it, we can destroy it on his lotus feet, but not anywhere else. Okay. And if you do any sin on the lotus feet of the great sadhu, is also vajralepa bhavishyati. Anya kshetre kutam papam, tirtha kshetre vinishyati. Tirtha kshetre kutam papam, vajralepa bhavishyati. If you do any sin in the outside of the temple or outside the pilgrimage, that will be destroyed in the pilgrimage place. Whatever sin we do here, that will be vajralepa bhavishyati. Which never can be destroyed. It's like a plaster, like cement and nail. Okay? So therefore, સત્પુરુષના દ્રોહ ન કરનારો તો તે પંચ મહાપાપનો કરનારો તેથી પણ મહાન પાપી છે. He is the very greatest sinner than પંચ મહાપાપ. The person who do problem with the sadhu, great sadhus, true sadhus. So when he goes to the lotus feet of the great sadhu, all his sin can be destroyed. And સત્પુરુષનો દ્રોહ કરે તેનો કોઈ ઠેકાણે છુટકારો ઉપાય નથી. કેમ જે અન્ય ઠેકાણે પાપ કર્યું હોય તેનો તીર્થમાં જઈને છૂટાય છે અને તીર્થમાં જઈને પાપ કરે તે તો વજ્રલેપ થાય છે. માટે સત્પુરુષનો આશરો કરે ત્યારે ગમે તેવો પાપી હોય તો પણ અતિ પવિત્ર થઈ જાય છે અને સમાધિ થઈ જાય છે. અને સત્પુરુષનો દ્રોહી હોય તે ગમે તેવો ધર્મવાળો જણાતો હોય તો પણ મહાપાપી છે અને તેને કોઈ કાળે ભગવાનના દર્શન હૃદયને વિશે થાય જ નહીં. માટે જેને વિમુખ જીવ પાપી જાણે છે તે પાપી નથી અને જે વિમુખ ધર્મી જાણે છે તે ધર્મી નથી. એટલે so people in the general they say, oh, this is a papi, this is a sinner, this is not sinner. In general people are believing it's not like that. Okay? So main thing is to join with the great sadhu, true sadhu. 30 characteristics of sadhus mentioned in Bhagavatam, 11th skanda, Uddhava, right? So that should be followed, and that is called sadhu. When you see the sadhu, not everyone is sadhu, they try to be, but they are always stupid. So make sure they are real sadhu, and thus you join with them, then it's good. Sajananda Swami Maharajani Jai. Ramchandra Vagoria, Vadodara, asked question to the Maharaj. Kupatra Dev, person is not qualified, why he is getting trance? So Maharaj has explained very nicely on that. And Vagoria, okay. Vagoria Ramchandra, yeah. And Sriji Maharaj then explained, according to the Dharma Shastra, scriptures, how the person is Kupatra or non-Kupatra. You don't see from outside, look at from inside. Is it qualified or non-qualified? Sometimes people do a lot of decoration, but they don't have inside anything. So even though they're doing all Varna Dharmas, everything they're following, but you have to recognize from inside. Varna Dharma is good, but it's really make oneness with the soul and the Maharaj. Swarup Nishtha. So let's say Panch Mahapap. Which one is Panch Mahapap?
पंच महापाप में किराना पांच
Brahmatya.
ब्रह्महत्या પછી કોઈ
મદ્યપાન આલ્કોહોલ યુઝ કરે, પછી સુવર્ણની ચોરી કરે, પછી ગુરુ સ્ત્રી હારે સંગ કરે, અને આ ચારમાં જેને મદદ કરે જે કોઈ એ પાંચમો મહાપાપ. These are five. And today we have Muktananda Swami's appearance day. So Muktananda Swami was a great sadhu of Maharaj. You know, he was 41 years older than the Maharaj. When the Maharaj came to the Loaves, Maharaj was 17 years old or something like that. He left the home at 11 years old. Then he get to pilgrimage to the all over India. He started from north to the Himalayas, and then he came to the Madhya Pradesh, and then south, all the temple of the south, and then he came to the Gujarat after that. And at that time he went there and he saw the Muktananda Swami. There was small ashram, and Muktananda Swami was the devotee of the Ramananda Swami. Okay? Ramananda Swami was Guru. So I have given the connection of Ramananda Swami. Ramananda Swami was incarnation of Uddhava. Okay? And Uddhava is the uncle of Lord Krishna. Right? So Lord Krishna says in Bhagavatam, in 11th Skandha, O Uddhava, continue preaching the Bhagavad Dharma. I will come later on as a Narayan and I will establish Bhagavad Dharma. Okay. So Maharaj Sri Krishna Bhagavan left, right? When the Paradi has put the arrow and then he left her. But to propagate, he gave Bhagavatam, given the Bhagavatam. It was spoken to the long ago when the sun god and all this stuff. And then it was preaching by the Lord Rama and all those people, they did it. Okay? But then it was disappeared later on. So then Bhagavan Krishna has given the Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. And that was given, spoken with the Mahabharata, but then was not propagated. And that's what Uddhava has continued preaching that. And then Lord Krishna himself, the Supreme, came and he established Bhagavad Dharma. So you can see how purity of Bhagavad Dharma we can see in our scriptures and society. You can see that. So this is a pure Bhagavatam Dharma. So Muktananda Swami was born on the 1758. 1758. And Maharaj was born on 1781. Okay? And Maharaj left on 1830. Muktananda Swami also left on 1830. Okay? And the Muktananda Swami was born in the Amreli, nearby my hometown, my district. My town is also Amreli, 13 kilometers. His town was about 13, 15 kilometers, the Amrapur. He was born in Amrapur, the small town. What is the story is about that there was the Mudas, one of the Ramanandi sadhu in the Amreli. he was worshipping the god, all this stuff, and there was one lady devotee there who was made pregnant by other person, whoever sadhus or whoever did it, I don't know, God knows. So then there was, she went to the well, well is deeper and there is water, so she wanted to kill, she wanted to suicide, so she went there and she was pregnant, so she was trying to kill, and then this Murdas went there to take a bath, and he showed him that what this woman is doing. Then she told her story, what happened. And then Murdas said that, don't worry about whatever happened, tell that this is the sin of the Murdas. He said, I did it for you. He took the responsibility and tell her not to die. So then, that lady had one girl in her home that has given birth to the Radha. And that Radha is the mother of the Muktananda Swami, Mukundas. His name was Mukund given. So that is what, then he was worshipping the Lord Rama in the Amrapur town. Amra means eternal. Pur means city, eternal city. It's 10-15 kilometers from my home. So then Muktananda Swami was worshipping the Lord Rama, doing arti and all these things, and ultimately he was looking for the Pragat Bhagavan, the Purna Purushottam I can see. And he went to the different places to get the real sadhu or real guru. But he went many places, they said that he couldn't get success. There was one sadhu, Kalyanadas, and he used to do the open and put the lock. And he went there, and Muktananda Swami said, can you show me the God? He said, Mukund, it's not easy to get the darshan of the God. It's not easy. I'm doing these things, but I'm still not have achieved the Supreme God. Then Mukunda Swami said, this is not the right thing. Then he went to the Sardar. Sardar, there was Raman Swami preaching there. And his guru was Kalyan, right? Kalyan Das. But he was, without telling him, he used to go and listening him, the Raman Swami. Raman Swami is Uddhava no incarnation. He was real sadhu. So then he said, this is the sadhu looks like to me, give you the good things and give the Bhagat Bhagavan. So he went to the Mukundas, went to the Raman Swami and told him, can you give me Diksha? He said, I can't give you Diksha because right now you are with your Guru, Kalyan Das. So you have to come here, ask him to take his permit and then you come. Then he took permit and he went there. And he became the first devotee of the Ramanand Swami. Okay? And he was worshipping like as a Bhagavan because he was so great, right? And then Maharaj met to him in the lodge, and then he saw this Varni is very young, 17-year-old, and looks like very tapasvi, austerity and all this stuff. So he welcomed to the Maharaj and told everything. So Maharaj was worshipping him like as a guru, the Muktananda Swami. Okay, and then
Ramananda Swami was still there or no?
Raman Swami was
Maharaj Dojada, Ramananda Swami.
he was there. Yeah, he was there.
But only for a few years. Huh?
Yeah, and Raman Swami left on 1801. Maharaj left on 1830. So what happened then is very interesting thing. So the Maharaj saying to the Muktananda Swami, I want to see the Nilkant holding. I want to see Raman Swami. So Raman Swami was at that time on the Bhuj, in the Bhuj. He was going to propagation of the Bhagavad Dharma. So Maharaj what do you call the Muktananda Swami is saying that he is right now in the Bhuj. So wait here and then he will come here and give you darshan. So he's asking to, I want to see now. Then he said, no, wait. Maharaj said that. So Maharaj wrote the letter, and that is on the Bhakta Chintamani, on the 41 chapter they are mentioning here. So let me see here. 41. This is great scriptures. If you listen this, if you do this, our soul can enlightenment, get the enlightenment, you know. This is the main thing, because it's a divine everything. Purvachaya, 41. Ani udasi antare em bolya varnirata te soni Muktananda ji ati kare che uchat आवा त्यागी तपस्वी निरमोही वैराग्यवान निसमोहपणु जोई जाने रखे जाता रहे निदान कायिक उपाय करू जेने रहे वणींद्र પછી મીઠી વાણીએ બોલાતી મુક્તાનંદ વૈશાખ સુધીનો વાયદો તે નહીં પડે ખોટો નાત ત્યાં લગી તમે રહો કહું કર કરી જોડી હાથ. So what Muktananda Swami is saying to the Maharaj, hey Varani, you stay here in Vaisakh Mas, Miss July or whatever. Maharaj will come here, and he was thinking maybe he will go away. I never seen like this great Varani who has a very highest level of austerity and dignity. So he's trying to keep him here. He was a little bit doubt, maybe he will go away. Then Maharaj, the Raman Swami will not meet him. But it was meeting because it was mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, right? So then Maharaj is writing, the Muktananda Swami writing letter to the Maharaj. કેવા ભગવાન છે, કેવા આવ્યા છે અહીંયા, જે વરડી બહુ આવા છે, તેજવાન છે, ધીરજવાન છે, આવા તો સાધુ મેં કોઈ જોયા નથી, અને તમારી રાહ જોવે છે, પત્ર લખે છે. તમને કહીએ છીએ અમે તે તો જોઈને તમારું દેહ તપે કરીને તાન છે દુબળું નહીં પહોંચાય શેર છે વેગળું ખારા સમુદ્રની ખાડી તે તો ભુજ જાતા આવે આડી નથી સીધી જવા ભગવાટ અમે કહીએ છીએ તે માટે. Muktananda Swami saying to the Maharaj, hey Maharaj, Bhuj is too far away. There is also ocean comes. So you cannot pass without passing those things. You have to go and swim and then go there. So it is not easy to go there. So please wait here, and I'm writing the letter to the Maharaj, Raman Swami. And you have to wait until what he said. Then Maharaj is saying them to let him wait there. તેનો વળતો ઉત્તર આવે કરવું છે ને જેમ સ્વામી કાવે. So whatever the Raman Swami say, that we have to follow. પછી મુક્તાનંદજી મહારાજ બેઠા કાગળ લખવા કાજ. ક્યાં લખ્યો કાગળ? લેટર. Muktananda Swami. સ્વસ્તિ શ્રી ભુજ નગરમાઈ Swami Ramananda Sukhadai. Where is the Raman Swami sitting? In Bhojnagar. So he's writing the letter, and then Maharaj, how the great he is and how his divinity is there, all this thing is writing. And then Raman Swami writing letter to the Maharaj again, to the Muktananda Swami, and saying that keep him there, that is the right person who is going to be established the Bhagavad Dharma as a Uddhav Sampradaya, Swaminarayan Sampradaya. So please let him wait, and that's the way Maharaj then coming back and saying to the Raman Swami coming back and saying to the Maharaj, and then he's giving the Diksha to the Maharaj in Sampradaya and making head of the Sampradaya. And at that time, the Muktananda Swami was very older still. Then he has a little doubt came, okay, how come this? Because the Maya comes. So Muktananda Swami said, this is the not Guru Gadi. This is the only the Raman Swami can sit down there. Maharaj was not sitting on the Gadi at that time. Then Raman Swami went to the bath on the river, and then he came back. At that time, the Raman Swami did reason to him, and they said, Mukunda Das, Muktananda Swami, you forgot. Who is he? He is the Supreme, the Narayan, who was waiting for. And then he recognized the Maharaj as a Supreme, and he came back and did the Arti. Jaya Sadhguru Swami, Prabhu Jaya Sadhguru Swami. Let him sit down the Raman Swami Gadi. And then he did Arti. Jaya Sadhguru Swami, Prabhu Jaya Sadhguru Swami. Sahajananda Dayalu, Balavanta Bhavnami. Then he recognized. So it's showing that sometimes Maya comes, but he was so great person, he remembered. He was the incarnation of Garuda. The Muktananda Swami was incarnation of Garuda. Okay? And all these 500 permanents over there, they are all different incarnation from the Akshata. Just like Dada Khajar, he was incarnation of Arjuna. That's why his name every Vachanamrtam, every part.
They were already there.
Yeah.
Muktana mokli da pehla.
Yeah, pehla Muktana mokli badha. And that's why it's become the Bhagavad Dharma. Yeah, Bhagavad Dharma become very easy to propagate.
I never thought of that. And every single
Yeah.
Vajnamrita, Dr. Kachar's mentioned right after Maharaj, every single time.
That's
Yes.
why we send all, the mukta first on the earth, and then Maharaj to establish the Bhagavad Dharma.
Oh, okay.
So this is the way it is. Sahajananda Swami Maharaj, Nijay Muktananda Swami, Saranama, Lotus Feet, we come down and we come down to the Shastriji Maharaj, Purani Swami, and Jogi Swami, great sadhus, and all other sadhus who are the divine and following the path of the Shastriji Maharaj, Purani Swami. Sahajananda Swami Maharaj. Swaminarayan, Swaminarayan.
हे भगवते स्वामीनारायण भगवते
प्रगटनु जे दर्शन करशे प्रभु जे